Greetings to all the beautiful people watching this video today. I am your host, Halston, and this is Diaries of a Wounded Warrior. If you're new to this channel, I hope you enjoy it. I'm planning on putting out weekly content every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I want to take this time to go ahead and thank everybody who subscribed to my channel last night. I really appreciate the support. It means so much to me. I just can't even tell you how much I appreciate y'all being willing to support the channel and to follow me and enjoy this process with me. I think we're going to have a great time, and I think that everybody, all parties involved, is going to be able to take something away from every video that we put out for the weeks to come. So I just want to say that I appreciate that. Moving forward, any comments that y'all have, I'm going to do the best that I can to go in there and reply to those comments, answer any questions that anybody has. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Before we do get started, I just want to say to everybody watching this that even if you might not realize it, even if you might not believe it, that there's a warrior in every single one of y'all, and I see it. So now we're going to get started. Today, as I stated in my intro video, if you haven't seen that, you can go back and watch it. I kind of lay out and state to the viewers basically what to expect from my videos. And in that video, I said, Mondays are going to be what we're going to refer to as Maintenance Monday. Basically, what that's going to be is we're going to take an internal look in ourselves, and we are going to try to pinpoint weaknesses, pinpoint faults that we have in our lives that we may have neglected or overlooked, not purposefully, but, these things happen. We go throughout life and we tend to not realize the importance of sitting down the beginning of every week, reflecting on ourselves and saying, what can I do to grow? What can I do to be better? In all walks of life, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to start our week off slowly but surely, piece by piece, becoming a more well-rounded individual. Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. I have my faults, and I'm trying to work on those. And that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to, lay out basically what my goals are every week, how I approach them, how I take a little bit of time every single Monday to look at those parts of my life. And every week we're going to reflect and we're going to say, did we meet those goals? What did we do right? What did we do wrong? And every week we should be better than we were the week before. So I'm going to start off this video giving you kind of an idea of how I came up with Maintenance Monday. And a lot of people watching this, if if we're friends or we were acquaintances while we were in the military, then you already know what Maintenance Monday is. But for those of you who might not be in the military, might not have been in the maintenance field, if you were in the military, might be new to that idea, or if you're a civilian and you've never worked maintenance, I'm going to kind of break it down to you. So in the military, every Monday for me, since I was part of maintenance, we would have what's referred to as Maintenance Monday. Maintenance Monday is, walking throughout the motor pool or, whatever types of equipment that you operate, types of equipment that you are personally in charge of maintaining. And you're given a sheet, a 5988. That's a lot of people that's watching this video know what a 5988 is, but for those of you who don't, that's an equipment maintenance and inspection worksheet designed for you to annotate and record faults of equipment, what's wrong with the equipment, what needs to be fixed so the equipment can operate as efficiently as possible. That's what Monday is going to be. How can we pick out our faults, record our faults, and decide how to approach those deficits as a person, fix them, maintain them as we go forward to continue to be more efficient, to continue to have more of the fulfilling life as we move forward. And we're going to do it together. Like, this is one of those things that it's difficult to do by yourself, because sometimes it can be overwhelming to look at yourself in a mirror and say, what can I do to be better? And that's what we're going to do. We're going to do it together. Like I said, I'm not perfect. I've had a lot of time to sit down and reflect personally, and I have pinpointed or tried to pinpoint those deficits, and I am trying to become a better person. And Mondays I want to spend a little bit of time with everybody and try to explain the importance of really taking that time. 15 minutes, half an hour every Monday. Doesn't have to be Mondays, but for me it's Mondays. I like to start my week off on a positive mood with a direction. So 15 minutes, half an hour, an hour, it's completely individualized. Look inside and say, what can I do to be better? No matter what it is. It can be anything. So I'm going to go ahead and get started off, and I'm going to tell you guys how my day has went, what I've done to kind of reflect today. I got up this morning with the goal to go outside and attack my first run. So basically, I have a physical fitness routine. It's a 10-day period. Every 10 days, I have 4 run days, 4 lift days, 2 off days. That's every 10-day period. And it rotates and rotates. So my goal now is I'm trying to gain weight, but I'm not trying to lose speed. So I have to eat the right food, I have to lift the right weight, but I cannot neglect my run. So at the beginning of every week, I set those goals and I try to meet those goals. This morning, I got up, I have, like I told y'all, my injuries, my disabilities, I have to be very, very careful. I have to take alternative routes to, being able to really push myself, but to do it in a safe way. So I got up this morning, I had some water, I had some carbs, I did about an hour of stretching, and then went outside and I did a 3.5 mile run. So in the neighborhood where me and my wife live, there's a circular route around our complex, and a full lap is about 1.17 miles. So 3 laps is right at 3.5 miles. Twice every 10 days, I do 3 laps. Twice every 10 days, I do 2 laps. So I'm averaging, it's around about 35 miles every 30-day period. Today I went out there and I pushed myself, and my goal, so at the beginning of my bulking phase, which a few weeks ago I decided to go on this bulking phase, I decided to go on this journey to, try to become more powerful, to see what my body is capable of now that everything's changed in my life. I don't want my disabilities to get in the way of me being able to make goals. So I decided to, embrace those disabilities and really, really push myself to see what I'm capable of. So I decided I'm going to gain weight, try to do it the right way. I'm not going to gain weight if I am losing cardiovascular capability and speed on my run, because that's a big part of my life now that I can't lift as heavy, now that I can't do all the things that I used to be able to do. I have rotated and I have changed direction, and one of my main priorities now is being able to run more efficiently, being able to enjoy those things. I never enjoyed those things before. Now I'm starting to enjoy it a lot more because, it's a higher priority. It's something that I can still do and I can do well. So, went out there, did my 3.5 miles, and I did my 3.5 miles. I've gained 13 pounds along this bulking phase so far. Have about 5 more weeks left of this bulking phase. And even though I've gained 13 pounds, I still beat my time when I started. So I started at 208 pounds. Now I'm 221 pounds, and I'm still able to push speeds faster even though I'm gaining weight. And people ask me, like, how is that even possible? That doesn't sound realistic. It sounds like, you're going to potentially cause an injury. Again, like I said, I stretched for an hour before I went out there because I know the risk and I am accepting those risks, but I'm trying to do it the right way. And the reason why I think that I can do those things, and I think everybody can do those things, is a difference of mindset. When I was still in the military, before I got injured, my mindset was much different. My mindset going into PT, my mindset going into the gym was kind of like, I know I can do it, so why should I have to prove it to somebody? Now, my mindset is, I don't know what my body is capable of, and, you know, it shouldn't be possible, but I'm going to prove myself wrong. It's a different kind of mindset. Like when you have all the doors opened and everything is kind of like, I can go out and I can do that run. I can go out and I can do that run march. I can go to the gym and I can do those lifts and I can keep up with everybody else. But why does that matter? Like if I'm not being really critiqued on it, or if it doesn't matter, if it doesn't change anything, I felt like I didn't have to prove myself to anybody. And I know people that had similar mindsets. And, I regret approaching things like that, with an egotistical kind of mindset. Now that I've had time to self reflect and really sit down and try to humble myself a little bit, I know that, I'm not Superman. Like, I can't, go out and just attack everything with the the same idea behind how I saw myself. So now I know that everything that I do with those runs, with those lifts, with this fitness, with my emotional progress that I'm doing in other areas, I know it's difficult, but I'm trying to prove myself wrong. I have that goal. I have that drive. I have that motivation. And I know that the further I push myself with those types of things, the more that I am maintaining myself, the more that I am becoming a well rounded individual, both spiritually and emotionally, uplifting myself, strengthening my self confidence, which is something I've struggled with a lot in the past. Like I said, I felt like I was on top of the world, in the right path, doing everything right. When I got injured, I was the last person I thought was ever going to experience something like that. And it happened to me, and I took a huge hit in my self-esteem and my self-confidence. I dropped down so many pegs, I can't even explain like how low I went at that time. But that allowed me to open my eyes, allowed me to change that mindset, and it gave me the strength to set these goals, to go out and push myself, and to prove myself wrong. I go out there every single day and I think to myself, it's tough. And in the back of my head, I have this, subconscious thought that I can't do it. And I'm going to prove myself wrong. My disabilities or my lack of ability is not going to get in the way of me progressing myself, becoming a better individual, and maintaining myself as a whole. That's what Mondays are about. That's how I started my day. I met my goal, and I want you guys to try to approach things. No matter what your situation is, what your job is, whether you're in the military, whether you're a veteran, or whether you're a civilian. If you have things that you want to do, but you're either telling yourself that you don't need to prove it to anybody, and that's fair, or you're telling yourself that you can't do it. Like some things you can't do, it's not realistic to do, but doesn't prevent you from trying, doesn't prevent you from going out there and giving it your best. So, my message to everybody today is to set aside those 15 minutes and really, really look deep down inside, ask yourself, what can I do to better myself? Pinpoint the fault, decide, set a goal, how you're going to address that deficiency as an individual and work towards it this week. And then, next week, so my goal this week is to get all my schoolwork done, is to be able to spend the weekend with my wife, and is to be able to hit those physical goals, those emotional goals, all those things that I've set. Next week, next Monday, we're going to talk. I'm going to tell you how I approached my goals that beginning of the week. And I'm also going to tell you what I thought I could do better this week, because there's always something that we can do better. There's always something that we miss. There's always something that we overlook. So, in those comments, if y'all have any questions of what you can do to set those goals, how I go about setting my goals, I tend to use whiteboards. I tend to use sticky notes. I got sticky notes for days, all over the place. I write down everything. I stick it all over the walls. I have whiteboards. I write my goals. When I complete it, I run a red line through it. It's done. I set another goal. I complete a goal. I set another goal. If anybody has questions, comments, concerns, go down there in the comments section, put it in there. I'll do my best to reply to all of your comments and concerns. And we're going to attack this week. We're going to do it together, and we are going to slowly progress in the right direction, the positive direction. We're going to look at those faults. We're going to look at those deficiencies. We're going to clear them off that 5988, and we are going to be more efficient and, just a more well-rounded individual. So, guys, like always, I appreciate your time. I appreciate your support. If you haven't already, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell if you want to continue to watch this content. I'm enjoying this so far. I'm so excited, and I'm ready to keep trucking on. I'm going to see y'all Wednesday. The title, Warrior Wednesday, because like I've already said, even if you don't realize it, even if you don't believe it, there's a warrior in every single one of you, and I see it. So I'm going to leave y'all today. We love y'all, and only the best for everyone. Bye, guys.